Hey, good evening, everyone. Glad you guys could join us on this beautiful Sunday night. And tonight, we will be discussing Power Book 2 Ghosts Season 3. Man, these seasons be flying. Episode 1. And look who's on screen, everyone. We're here with graced by his beautiful presence, Brother Dwayne. Hopefully, Keisha will join us. What's up, Wayne?
What's going on, man? Hey, hello, y'all. If y'all out there, I ain't been on the scene since February, but hey, it's review show time. I'm taking a step away from the March Madness to get this review done. I'm excited to be here, and hopefully Keisha joins us. But if not, we hope everybody in the chat joins us, and we have a good conversation.
Wayne, I, I'm gonna just say one thing I'm gonna say about this episode is before we even get into it, I liked it. I liked it from the perspective of it really, to me, was a very good episode for the first episode. It was detailed. It, in my opinion, out of all the shows that we've done, this is the first time that I can actually say I seen all the storylines in the first episode. So they set the table really, really well. I thought that was interesting. Um, and I will tell you, man, I was a little disappointed, which I did tell you about one thing. I'm upset that there's still an investigation going on. We knew that at the end of the last season, but I kind of think that they need to develop the characters a little bit more because even with the present Power, when Power was out, it was investigation going on, but Ghost, because he was Ghost, was not the target of what was going on. We clearly know for the first two seasons of this, Tariq has been the target. Now we know again Tariq and the Tejadas will be the target. So I'm just getting tired of it away. I want them to go into different development of these characters, which I think the characters, I think it's something there with these characters, except Sax. I'm tired of Sax. He serves no purpose. He's the can't get right comic relief white guy on the show,
They got to
and
keep them around, though.
you know deep down inside, Wayne, that because his hand is in the middle of something, Sax is gonna fuck it up at the end.
Yeah, and that's why they keep him around. He's there for that comic relief, so to speak. Um, I thought it got off to a very good start. I enjoyed it. You could nitpick about certain things. Like, again, we overanalyze stuff because we do these review shows, but you see that they changed Theo Rollins. It ain't Redman anymore. They got a new character
Mm-hmm.
because well, not a new character. They got a new actor to play the character because you can see the mugshot was different. And when he did the flashback scene showing him in jail, they made sure you just saw the back of the head this
Yeah,
time. You ain't see the face. Um, Thought that was really good. Um, the Wall Street angle of it, being a guy that knows that world, and worked around that world and in that world for a lot of years. I like that angle of it. Very realistic. If that becomes their target audience for the weight they got. Um,
and they got enough of that, right?
yeah, a lot. Again, being nitpicky, they show you the ring to start it. It was sold at the auction house for about $5.5 million. But sometimes they don't think we pay attention, folks.
Mm-hmm.
They don't think we smart enough. That ring wasn't for this new lady.
Wasn't
That
for
ring,
Noma.
no, it wasn't for Noma. It's for Monet. That's who Mecca bought that ring for.
He
That's the
said it.
reason he was back in the city. So where they pulled that out from, I don't know. You know, um, I'm interested to see, Blanca and Jenny Sullivan going to work together. But once Blanca finds out that Sax is the inside man for Jenny Sullivan, she's going to be like, "You serious,
It's
Sax?"
over. It's over for those that follow us. If you remember, uh, Blanca lost her job with NYPD because Sachs messed up the investigation. So now Blanca is DA agent. So basically, their case is basically tainted from the door. Jenny talking about she has a CI in the inside. Sachs is not really in the inside. Sachs is just working for Davis, and he's risking his law license by spying on his partner or even doing something to bring down a client. So Jenny Sullivan has already lied to Blanca already, and she still never told Blanca, like, look, Lauren is alive, which we've seen at the end, which to me, I don't mind Lauren being alive. I'm glad she's still in the show, but I was surprised they brought it back so quick. I thought they would wait a season or two to bring her back, but they brought it back the first episode of season 3, and I wasn't super shocked, but I'm just surprised that they even threw that twist in so early.
I'm surprised they did it so early in this season. I think they could have waited mid-season, something like that. Because they always do that one, then they take their break, then they come back. I think she could have been a cliffhanger on that break, the mid-season break. But she's back. It's going to be interesting to see how that works. It's just a coincidence that Diana and Braden's sister in the same dorm room.
Yeah, that's to me that's it goes back to a little bit of lazy writing. The coincidence and just not a coincidence. Why would you put them together? Now we already know what's going to happen because Braden's sister is more like Braden than she is like his brother.
Mm-hmm.
I really appreciate, like you said, the Wall Street angle and the Weston family angle, because for the audience that they're trying to tap into, you start to see how people with money, people with power, think, how they move, how they conduct themselves. I think it's going to be interesting with Brandon and the black girl, the assistant in the office, because you can already tell Braden likes black girls. I thought it was funny that they would bring his uncle Lucas in, because you would have thought the wild uncle would have been around with Braden and his brother on that campus. Like, look, this is a family tradition. I'm a little wild, y'all wild. Y'all take after me because, like he said, my brother's a tight ass.
Mm-hmm.
I think one character that I just don't think he serves a purpose is Tejada. He doesn't serve a purpose, and the way that Monet's talking to him right now, like, he's just missing.
This dude,
like, even in the show, when I watched it the second time, he says, "I can't stay in that penthouse, Mo." Like,
yeah, he's like, I can't stay in that man. He's like, I can't stay in that man's house. But here's the thing: like, Mecca was calling major shots from jail. Now he home, and he's scared to make moves because of Monet. And you're not going to be talking to me like that. Just saying, man, I got his son beat down from jail. Like, and I know somebody could say, well, he trying to tread lightly because he killed her son. I get all that. But this dude walking around with a Johnson on his neck.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Literally everybody's saying the tattoo's an hourglass or a bullet, but it doesn't look like it. Look like the male sex part. It doesn't. It looks crazy. And like you said, he shows so much of this authority as the head of the family, and now he's a mere mortal. The only one that gives him respect is Diana, and we already know that Diana is going to deal with the teacher's assistant.
Yeah,
I thought it was kind of funny during the memorial. She told old boy, like, if you're going to sit here, you got to have better game than that. Like, his pickup lines was dry.
But then
her family just died, and her family just died.
She smiled at him at the end.
Yeah, so you can see she's always wanted to be a part of what's going on and get some attention. So that's good for Diana. So you could kind of see that her and the teacher's assistant and the Western girl, she'll have a purpose in, as they say, Stansfield, which is an interesting school because they brought your girl along as another teacher, as another professor.
Yeah, I'm a big Keisha Sharp fan. I think she's a good addition as an actress to the series. Interested to see what her history is with Rashard. That'll be
Rashard was just a ladies' man. Everybody knew Rashard, Joe.
He had to like his love Jones.
Yeah.
He had to like, but I really like the pace of it. I like everybody know I'm a big Kane Tejada fan. I don't like the whole him having a thing for Effie, knowing that Effie is Tariq's girl. What do you call Tariq?
He
What do
called
you call
Tariq the original Urkel.
the original?
Hey, listen. When he said it, I caught it. He said he did what you were supposed to do. The original Urkel
The
did it.
original Urkel.
I find it funny that whole dynamic with Braden, Kane, and Tariq is because when Noma had them in the room, it was like they was all synchronized with their answers, and they all were trying to be something. And it's crazy. Kane's angle is he wants to take over the whole city. Braden just wants to be a part of something that he's original was. Tariq just wanted to save himself. You
Mhm.
see, and if you know Tariq's character, Tariq really never wanted to, and me and you discussed it earlier. Tariq never wanted to be a drug dealer.
Yeah, but
So
this three bodies, right? He got three on him now.
yeah, three, four, including his father.
Four, including his father, right? Because he
Yeah,
had the dude in the
Jabari.
Jabari. He had this dude that he murked, and
Yeah,
then there's somebody else, right? At the
Bash.
pool.
Yeah, at the pool. But I didn't understand why Bash wanted to why Bash thought he was going to extort him. I just think they just wanted to write his character
Yeah, they
off
had to get
real
him out
quick
of there. There's
because
no
they didn't
room
waste no
for him.
time. Like
Yeah, he ain't with Simon no more. So just he don't serve a purpose. Um, they dusted off Little Mo, man. How about that?
well, I must admit, little Mo, I was surprised, Joe. Little Mo did her thing,
They dusted
and
off.
I had my head down when I was first watching it, so I hear him introduce Little Mo as a family friend, and I hear her singing. I was like, man, her voice still there, man. Okay, we got a couple comments. Supporting gamers, what's going on? Oh
What's going
yeah,
on, people?
S.J. Smith 5. He killed one of Mecca's soldiers in
That's
season
right.
2.
That's
You're
right.
right. Stand corrected. Definitely. Thanks for your support. Supporting gamers said my favorite moment in this episode was Noma meeting the Tariq, Braden, and Kane. Also, when Braden and Kane helped Tariq clean up the Bash body, reminded me of the old trio from Power. Supporting gamers.
Bingo.
Glad you brought that up.
Bingo.
That was something that Dwayne, Keisha, and myself we battle with. When we do these shows, we kind of follow these. We follow Courtney and follow 50 on social media, and they always try to say that this has nothing to do with the original show, but the similarities are too close. And that scene when they first and even Effie walked into the warehouse, it was very symbolic of what we all expected eventually would have happened with Tommy, Ghost, and Kanan. But it's interesting. I think that Tariq's character, and I was sharing it with Dwayne for you guys in the chat. I don't think Tariq has a connection to the show. And what I mean by that is Tariq is the major part of the show. But when y'all think about it, who is Tariq really connected with? Even when he having an issue with his room and his schedule, when he went to the dean, he said, "I have nowhere to go." So I that's my biggest thing about the show is we have to get Tariq connected to somebody in his family. I mean, we all know the situation with his mother, but I think they should have brought his father's uncle, Guy Fullman, who played their uncle Gabe, back, and Tariq discovered his family in the hometown of Queens where they grew up at. Yeah, Kane trying to flirt with Effie. I think that's a little
Yeah.
corny because I think that Kane continuously. What's amazing about Kane is he don't respect Tariq, but Tariq basically told him like, "Look, I killed my pops, dude." When he told him you're gonna have to kill your father, he killed his pops. So what's interesting is why Kane continuously, as we would say, he's little boying Tariq and Braden, but
Mhm.
at the end of the day, he respects them because they really about the shits. They ain't about it like Kane is, but they be about the shit. So
Yeah.
I thought that was interesting. Dwayne, what you think about Noma though? Did you like her angle coming in the show, or you thought it was a little the fiance angle threw you off? The
I
connect
didn't
you
like the
couldn't.
fiance angle.
That's another thing. They stopped saying distro. They said connect during this episode. which
Yeah,
was
but they said
interesting.
distro too.
Oh,
They did say it in there. They did.
they, yeah, when Kane kept trying to talk to Effie, he said we got a new connect, and
Yeah.
I was shocked that they used that word because they usually don't use it.
I'm interested. I'm interested to see where David's character goes. I think Meth is doing a really good job with it. So I'm curious to see how that goes. Again, we try not to compare, but it's very hard to. He's Tariq's Proctor, man. He's what Proctor was to Ghost. So you got Davis, and they're trying to explore more his brother with the illness and him trying to get his brother out now, and that's an angle we're gonna have, further on down. I just I don't see Sax purpose. I don't see the purpose of Sax anymore. I know he's a character that's been with the show since the beginning, but I just don't. I mean, what they used to call him? I can't
Uh,
think female name they used to call him.
Catherine, Karen.
It was something.
It
I
was, it
can't
was
even
a
remember what
female
they
name.
used to call him. But yeah, you know, old girl ain't trying to give him none. He like, yo, we ain't do this in a long time. She talking about give some evidence.
Yeah, you're right. Supporting
Oh
gaming.
yeah,
Kane
for
is low key
sure.
a mentor for Braden. One of the things that I'll do, I really like the Davis McLean angle. I think Method is killing it as an actor on this
Yeah.
show. I think Method has really taken a honed into his craft.
Hmm.
I know that we've seen Method in movies and we've seen him in bunch of shows, but now I really think that he has really shown his versatility as an actor. I think he's doing a tremendous job. One of
Yeah.
the things I thought was kind of cheesy was the whole the Feds seizing Dante's assets except the penthouse. Then you got Detective Wickman looking at the penthouse. I thought that was a little cheesy because at the end of the day, even if Ezekiel Cross, as they say, Ezekiel Cross was killed getting on Mecca's plane. So they should know that Ezekiel Cross has a connection with Mecca.
Hmm.
So they should have expected Monet, who was his aunt to them, be able to, have the assets. And I thought it was interesting that we're just gonna give her the penthouse. How did you feel about the whole penthouse scene? Um,
I
why,
ain't a
why,
problem with it.
how did
I ain't a
Noma's
problem with
people
it.
get in the penthouse and they knew the cop was watching it? They had
Yeah,
already trading them.
I'm not sure, but it's very Kane like to throw a big bash his first night in the townhouse. You
He
saw
was
how
happy as hell he got that
saw how
penthouse. Yeah.
excited he was when she said they was getting the townhouse. So they got my man from Fresh and from the Wood and everything in there. You know,
Yeah,
he's a he used to run with Lorenzo.
Yeah, supporting game and said what he said is correct. Kane did something smart this episode by telling Braden and Tariq to go through the back door of the penthouse because Whitman was watching. Yeah, that's unlike Kane, right? So
Yeah,
Kane knew, but he still had a party there. That so
still
it's
had a
like
party there. You know,
and
and,
and, and
and
and and the young man that played I forget the character, what his name is in real life. The young man, he said he looked around at Kane and said, "I don't see no other connects in here."
I don't see no other connect. Then he made sure it was like, your fine ass mother.
Yeah,
He put that. He say I
and
don't know Lorenzo nothing either.
and
Like, so this is my thing. Like, Lorenzo is back, right? He's supposed to be the man. Like, this dude just ain't even deferring to Lorenzo. He was like, yo, I don't know him. I don't know him nothing. Now I don't know if that's realistic, right? This is the man that was calling the shots. Now he home and you just defiant. Like you ain't even trying to hook his sons up. You wanting the money up front and 60%. You know what I mean? So now we not gonna see him anymore because it ain't work.
yeah, it's like what is the purpose? Supporting games said fresh made into Power Universe. He the new
Right.
boss as Esteban. One thing that I thought was crazy. What is the purpose of Everett?
Yeah, I'm tired of
Just
it.
to be Drew's boy toy? Like
The man's at the Paper Mill Playhouse in Millburn. Like, come on, man. I'm tired of Everett, man.
yeah, it's like I respect what they're trying to do with the angle, but it's like he serves no purpose. Even Drew, you see Drew be about it, but Drew, the character doesn't. It they're just there. Um, they're filler. It's to the point where you think Drew's character is like a filler because he's never really part of the action. He don't want to
Never.
be. He don't really want to be be doing nothing with the family. Yeah, supporting game, and you're right. Drew is useless all season except when he killed Lil Guap.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even that was crazy. Like So what about the crazy thing with Lorenzo talking about he making calls and how he got Diana in Stansfield?
Yeah.
When Lorenzo been a shot caller? What kind of
He
calls he
paid.
gonna make to get into
Listen, he
Stansfield?
said it's gonna be tight because he paid for, room and board and he paying for tuition, man.
So he said she gotta hustle to get the
She
rest.
gotta hustle. He told her too. You have to hustle. You have to hustle, girl. And we
I,
don't
I,
know what that
I
means.
thought about one thing me and you had discussed on Friday about the Mary J. Blige angle and her being so angry. I'm
Yeah.
gonna be honest with you, Wayne. After watching it the second time, she can't play that role too long. Like at the end of the day, Mary set a bunch of this stuff in motion herself. She's the boss. She wanted to be in charge. She came up with this grand scheme to kill Mecca. Um, and it backfired because her husband didn't know what was going on,
Mhm.
and he thought he was killing Dante, and he wound up shooting Mecca in the back, which he seems so guilty every time they say something about catching Zeke killer. They do a quick camera shot to him, and he be looking like a lost puppy.
He out here looking like OJ. Then OJ said he was gonna find the killers.
Yeah, I'm gonna
He
help
looking
find a
like
killer.
OJ.
What if I would have did it? That's what he gonna come out with
Yeah.
next.
Yeah. So, where they got Lauren held up at?
Yeah, it was an illegal wiretap. Lauren didn't realize what she was doing. They told her to run. The Effie pushed her in the car. See that whole part. They might have to wait a couple episodes to tell us what happened, show us some flashbacks. But I thought that was interesting. Supporting Gamer said everyone comparing Drew to Lulu, but even Lulu did more than that. Nah, he's not Lulu.
Lulu
Supporting
could.
Gamer said, "What if one day when she finds out Lorenzo kills Zeke? You know what she's going to do? Somebody's got to die. From that family, it's probably going to be Lorenzo or Drew. You can see it coming. The new connect. Let's see who gets close to the new connect. You like supporting Gamer said the new connect Noma. She said it'll be worth their while if she tells them who killed Mecca. I don't know if it's gonna be Lorenzo Tejada that they tell on. I think Lorenzo Tejada winds up getting killed this season. Him, I really do think it's gonna be him. But I don't think nobody's gonna say he did it because it's gonna be hard to prove that he did it.
Right.
Um, I do think it's gonna be interesting that Blanca, if you know what she said to Jenny, she said to Tariq St. Patrick was in the penthouse. Well, if you knew Tariq was in the penthouse, why you didn't know Monet was in the penthouse?
Mhm.
Well, so I find that interesting that she said, I'm sitting on it, So, it's just amazing where they going with it. So I thought, like I said earlier, the storylines and they set up the template was real good.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought it was really good, man. I'm looking forward to the next episode and keeping it up.
So,
I'm glad.
Dwayne, I know we talked about this in season one. We still don't know who the heck Effie's family is. Like they never gave us no background on Effie's character, where she come from, and I
Yeah,
always
no,
thought
man.
that's the angle that they could have really pursued that they just never pursued.
Yeah, no. I don't think we will know. It's just it's Henrique now, man. He even said she held him down because Braden had his family on lockdown and stuff. I'm interested in the Wall Street angle and seeing what they doing with these younger associates that are a part of the firm. And Braden, you already know Braden
They,
gonna
they
have,
was definitely doing their thing with that nose candy.
and then Braden gonna have his thing for the young lady there, Kiki. Gonna have his thing for her.
I
So
did get a kick, and I wrote it down right here in my notes. I did get a kick off the teacher assistant. His name is Salim Ashe Freeman. come on with the name, y'all.
Yeah.
I think that was a little interesting. S.J. Smith said they're supposed to be showing Effie's backstory this season. Well, hopefully they do because I think Effie's backstory tells a lot. One thing, S.J. Smith. I don't know how long you've been watching us, and like I said, appreciate your support. One thing, Dwayne, myself, and Keisha, who's our other co-host of the show, we always talk about is it's amazing how none of these people really understand or talk about who Tariq's father was
Hmm.
because he would have been the lieutenant governor had Tariq not killed him. So everybody always acts like now on campus when he says Tariq St. Patrick, everybody gets the double look. But before that, nobody be like, "Oh,
Yeah, my
that's
thing
Ghost guy."
is just that Monet and Lorenzo and them don't know who Ghost is. That that I never understood that, but that's neither here nor there, man. I think it's off to a very good start. I think if I had to give the first episode a rating, I would.
Supporting game, and you just threw me for a loop right there. He said Effie's backstory is that she actually 45 years old dating a teenage drug dealer. You see that body? That body is like a 14-year-old boy. What are you talking about, supporting gaming? That's,
Yeah, I ain't going there, but yeah. So I had to give it a. If I had to give it first episode a rating, I give it a solid 7.
oh yeah, for those in the chat, what we do is we rate the episode, scale to 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the highest. Dwayne gave it a 7. I'm gonna give it an 8, man. I really
Yeah,
liked
I
the
thought it was
episode.
really good. Like I ain't trying to go too high.
For those that don't know, we criticize and we're very, very hard on these shows. Right now, it is just some really, really bad TV on right now. Network TV is really struggling with good stories. Um, Outside of being a politically motivated, agenda driven show, you really don't know what's good on TV. So Power definitely needed to come back with a bang.
Mhm.
And it didn't knock it out the park, but it was a very, very good first episode. Supporting Gamer said he's giving it an 8 as well, Dwayne.
Okay. Yeah, no, that's solid. I can see an 8. I really can. I think they set themselves up for a good season, man.
And
I really
one
do.
thing you said to me, Dwayne, before the episode even started, before I seen it, you said to me it didn't bore me. So I
Right.
said, okay, let me see what he's talking about. The episode kept you. Sometimes during the episode, you go through like a 10-minute dry period.
Hmm.
Now, this episode kept you. They very, very well put together episode. Brady need to catch his first body at some point. Yes,
He do.
yes, yes. You know, one thing about Braden that's interesting, and I really like the authenticity of his character because when he said that to his uncle that it was not about the money, it was something that he really wanted to do. Um, if you know people that are well off that do certain things, that's really how they feel. It's the
Yeah.
action. It has nothing
Listen,
to do with the financial benefit.
I think one of the best things about this first episode and something that we could look forward to is the Braden Tariq Kane dynamic, and they're so good on camera together. Like when they do scenes together, the three of them, when they do scenes together, it's really, really good. And you could tell that Michael Rainey Jr., and I can't remember the other Braden's real name. Uh,
Giovanni,
yeah, Giovanni. You could tell that they boys.
yeah,
They do that podcast together. You could tell. Like,
they have a very, very good natural chemistry.
yeah, you could see it. So, hey man, I'm excited for it, man. I think we off to a good start. I know we ain't got Keisha with us tonight, but she'll definitely be back with us soon. And we ain't got to belabor the point. We ain't got to beat y'all over the head. Solid half an hour. But hey, if y'all got more in the chat, give it to us.
Yeah, supporting gamer said for Kane, I can't see him lasting too long. I can only see him in prison, jail, or on the run. Well, to me, they had the opportunity to send Kane to jail when he killed the cop. Um, I like Kane's character. Kane has grew on me because I thought he was a greaseball, after
You know,
season one.
shoot, I
And
love the
Dwayne liked him
beginning.
because actually Dwayne liked him because he from his other roles. But I really think he has came into his own. He's basically he found a niche. You know that he's going to be about the life. He wants to be on the scene, a part of the game, right in the mix of it. I one thing I thought was interesting. You don't see a bunch of girls around him no more. He trying to get at Effie. So
Hmm.
that dynamic is because we all know that even foreseeing it once Tariq finds out that Effie and Braden has something to do with Lauren allegedly dying, we don't know how Tariq is going to respond from that. So that should be interesting with the whole dynamic. But like Dwayne said, we ain't gonna keep y'all long. This is gonna be our new time when we do the review show
Yeah, man.
because Power drops on
On
Friday,
Friday.
and I noticed that a lot of other people that do great reviews, they do their review show Friday right after the episode drop. I'm not gonna do that because I don't think spoiling it
Nah,
for
you
people
want
would
people
be
to
nice.
be able to watch it. You know what I mean? If you ain't watch it by now, then anything we say, oh
Yeah.
well, you know.
Yeah, the nicknames that can be given Braden are always have fun, have you dying. One of the things about that is you can expect some seriousness with the Kane Braden Tariq dynamic, but then you can expect some real funny stuff. Somebody
Mhm.
from Facebook said Braden character was not created in the image of Tommy. He is totally different. Him and Tariq have a different loyalty and friendship versus Ghost and Tommy really like Bray. Well, I agree with you that they're not supposed to be exactly alike, but you could see that the similarities when it comes to the loyalty. Their loyalty, I do believe that Tariq really looks at Braden as a friend. Definitely after Braden said that he started course correct. Um, Go ahead, Dwayne.
All right. Well, I'm just gonna say this, right? Braden is not a killer, right? But he can throw hands. He can throw hands. Tariq can't throw hands. Tariq will shoot your ass. He can't throw hands though. Braden will throw hands. And as far as it's a little bit different because Braden came into Reek's life later than the Tommy came into Jamie's life. They basically grew up together. So of course their unit is going to be a little bit stronger. But Braden, he hold Tariq down, man. He willing to risk it all for Tariq. You know, the family name and all that. So I mean, I like their relationship. I think it's decent, but you can see the angle they going with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think you know Braden and Tariq, you can't break them up. I
Mm-mm.
mean, their relationship is so unique. You could see just unfortunately what we see because we were all big Power fans is we see the bond that they have and how it can grow and continue to grow as these characters grow. And we don't know how long this is gonna last. They may come to an abrupt end, or they may go till they get older. We
Yeah.
don't know.
And let's be
Um,
honest, man. Braden's been loyal to Tariq. Has Tariq always been loyal to Braden?
mm.
He always sometimes a question Braden, like,
And even if you remember
right,
season two,
supporting game. Supporting
what
gaming, you
one of the
right.
things about season two that we
Support
need to
gaming, I'm
understand
sorry.
too is season two, a lot came out about Tariq because Tariq has been very, very honest up until season two made him be honest. He basically told everybody, I don't want to be part of this. I just want to get my trust fund and get my family back. That has been his focus. So, like I said, Tariq has no connection now. They can't keep bringing the lawyer Tamika back. They can't keep bringing the Tory Norton in at guest appearances. She in Whitsack. She got to see her baby. That has to end. They need to bring the only way that they need to bring a different character from Ghost's past, from Ghost's family to get to coming around to Tariq
But
because Tariq has nobody.
well, I'm gonna go back to what I said to you guys when Power Book 2 first started. the symbolic scene at the cemetery. He said goodbye to one family and hello to another. He buried that part of his life. Now, believe it or not, he may not be calling him quote unquote his family, but his family is the Tejadas.
It's funny because Tariq, from a female standpoint, he's close with Monet and he's close with Davis. But even he said to Davis, he said, "Don't think I told her about that ring because that's my leverage."
Now, listen,
So,
I think
so Tariq
Monet.
is understanding, like, yo, I gotta have
Listen,
leverage on
I
people.
think Monet feel like she could trust Tariq more than anybody because he's been solid with her.
Yeah, you're right. Tariq, I want to be out the game. Braden, nah, don't leave. The drug game is the only thing I'm good at. Oh well, I'll just sell with Kane then. Yeah, yeah. And that's where the similarities going back to when Ghost was trying to leave and Tommy was like, "No, you can't." That's what it is. And we got to look at it. It's a play on race, the black and white thing.
Hmm?
Um, so this is why we look at it. Yeah, Monet does like Tariq. But
Yeah.
listen, you guys, we're gonna close this out. Appreciate you guys. Really, really good episode.
Thank you for the chat, man. You guys were very interactive and helped us through it. And don't worry, man. Keisha will be back.
like Dwayne said, he gave it a 7. I gave it an 8. Supporting Gaming gave it an 8 as well. Remember, like, share, subscribe, and we will see you guys next Sunday, every Sunday from here on out at 9 p.m. Eastern. So with that, y'all take care. Have
Have
a
a good
great
one.
night. All right.